よいしょ。これいいのかな。はい。はい、ケイオスの番。ケイオスの番ね、モンターニュですね。モンターニュね、ビラね、モンターニュのプッシュ圧が強いんですよ。なので、ケイオスの番、モンターニュなんかなと思います。あ、違うな。実ですね。実の番がモンターニュだったんですね。でも、アベリックは、まあ、マーベリックね、そもそもバーン多いんですよ。めちゃめちゃ。まあ、ただ、ビラーにおいてマーベリック、って感じですね。狩猟かな、狩猟割られたくないっていう。バーンすかね。とかね。まあ、バルキリーね、結構厄介なんで。まあ、ビラってね、そもそも地下も含めるとすごい広いんで、やっぱ情報収集されると嫌だっていうのがあるんでね、多分その番だと思いますね。マエストロも同様じゃないかなと思います。
Despite the fact there's no Montaigne, it looks like another shield is going to be brought, but I have a feeling that this is a great bait mate from Secretly, and presumably will switch off of the Blitz. As you know, having a Blitz on the board can change the way that teams play. Indeed, that will be the case. Instead, rolling with an IQ, and a Pulse will come out from Pengu instead of the Castle. So the UMP will still be in play, just as the pistol, actually, from the German operators will be as well.
さあ、まあ G2 とケイオスね、かなり今、中堅争いで必死だと思うんで、どちらも負けられない戦いという感じになります。残留をね、下げた上位に食い込んでくる勝負になるんじゃないかな。で、キッチンからスタートなんですね。難しい。まあ G2 の大人になんか作戦がありそうですね。なんか小技がね、どこ乗っかないかなってずっと思ってるんですけど、ないですね。今んとこないですね。あー、でもこのローテーションホール結構珍しいな。大体あそこはもう潰して、っていうことが多いんですけど、まあ2回守るんですね。なるほど。2階にミラーを貼ると。で、もう1枚どこ貼るかなんですけど、これ多分後張りじゃないかな。最近すごい流行ってるのがね、ミラーの後張りで。こんにちは。見ていってください。最近すごい流行ってるのがね、ミラーの後張りで、プッシュが来てる方向に合わせてミラーを合わせて貼っていくっていうのが結構多くて、ミラーね、後張りめちゃめちゃ多いので、この試合見られるんじゃないかなと思います。おっと、これはファビアンか。お、ゴーガンじゃないんだ。ファビアンうまいっすね。もう一回殴ってくるんじゃないかというところを狙って、球を中断させていった感じですね。G2 今中堅です。今 G2 中堅なんで、こう多分エンパイアが今1位で、圧倒的に1位で、2位どこだったっけな、ちょっと忘れちゃったんですけど、ごめんなさい。あんまり順位には興味がなくて。これはファビアンをどうやってカットしたんだっていうのがなかったですね。これは選択ね。出ようか出ないかっていう。これ駆け引きが欲しいですね。なるほど。ここまで攻めてきてるんで、ローテーションホールが潰されてる状態なんですね。これを2回から多分カバーできちゃうと思うんですけど、これちょっとどこで攻めなのか意図が分かんないですね。このヒヤを焚くことによってバレてしまったと思うので、場所が。ペングとゴーガが残って、 て、でももう拠点が取られていると。ポイントが取られていて、C4 うまいけど残念。単発入れるハードピックしていったって感じですね。ケイオスが2位だったかな。ちょっと、忘れちゃったんですけど、実は今、4位とかかな。って感じなんで、かなりやばいです。残留ですね、多分。ただ、6インビとかは多分、優勝してるんで、シード枠みたいな形でね、多分出てくるとは思うんで、6インビとかはね、多分、出てくるんじゃないかなとは思ってます。で、今回ね、ノーマッドがバンされてないんで、今みたいにノーマッドを今、フェイクで入れましたけど、G2 のね、ノーマッドの使い方ね、見ていきたいんでね。ああ、キッチンかなり、あれなんですね。自信があるみたいですね。もう一回キッチンってことは。今のは正直、カピタオの動きがかなり刺さってましたね。カピタオの平面押しがかなりプレッシャーになって、動きが制限されて、っていう感じに見えましたね。2回はほぼ正直相手にしてなかったんじゃないかなと思うんで。
Wouldn't be at all shocked to see maybe an instance in which Chaos take the first half just off of their attacking prowess and maybe have to tweak a few things to work against the aggression that G2 might bring on their attacks when Chaos
多分2回は守るは守るんですけど、今度はすぐ平面に対してシフトできるような動きに切り替えてくると思いますね、実の場合は。柔軟力があれ今見えてるな。
Legion last time around, he'll be bringing the operator again, but Jonas will swap off the mute and head over to the bandit. Not sure if that's entirely in response to those missed shots at the SMG-11, but you never know. Maybe he's just not feeling the SMG today.
もう平面ですね、やっぱり。もう2回基本付き合わないっていう考え方ですね。正しいかどうかは置いといて、ヨナスがちょっと2時キルされてましたね、おそらく。情報機オペレーターがね、ペングーンしかいないんで、ペングーンの、パルスしかいないんで、って感じですね、正直。ファビアンがいるのか。で、こういう風にある程度若干のプレッシャーをかけておけば、正直、2回はもう戻れなくなると思うので、あとこの置きドローンですね。置きドローンを見ておけば、2回は正直戻れなくなると思うんで、あとはもう落とし戸だけになっちゃうんですよね。おおナイスタップ。わお。もうこれはもう何も言いようがないですね。うまい囲い込みでしたね。これはもうしょうがない。囲い込んで囲い込んで一気に殲滅して終わりっていう感じですね。なんか小技とかが出たらね、これはもう
that Crips has every time he plays. 60 FOV Ash main
Crips.
It's still impressive to me that he can pull off what he does on 60 FOV. The flicks that he has, the information that he has all the time.
ちょっとね、昨日の試合エンパイア負けたんですよ。で、エンパイアの負け方がね、ちょっとあんまりにも、ちょっと僕、個人的には衝撃的だったんで。
Not to be unexpected, honestly. Kitchen and Dining, a tough one.
あれエンパイア負けたよな、昨日。僕、エンパイアの放送したんですけど。
An even scoreline heading into the half. For Chaos here, keep pouring on the pressure, honestly. It seems like their aggression is matching G2's, and that's what we saw from Chaos on the defensive side against Secret last week.
いや、まあでもあんまり動きが良くなかったのは事実だったんですよ。で、これは大丈夫かなって正直思いましたねっていう話です。
Yeah, I was wondering, because I was like, they play Secret next week.
Yeah.
That match
はい、
already
ミラポ
happened.
ジはまあ一般的な
I
ラ
got
ン
my
クとかでも
games
使えるよう
crossed
な
because
ミ
there
ラ
were
ポジ
two
です
games on
ね。
Coastline. One of them was the Secret and Penta game, and one of them was the Chaos and Stream game.
2枚目貼りましたね。今回2枚目貼りましたね。
You're right. They don't want to talk to me anyway, so it's all good.
That's rude.
It is rude.
まあエンパイアね、チームエンパイアは強いんですよ。強いんですけど、その、なんだろう、昨日とかはもうジョイスティックのね、キルレが1とかだったんですよ。で、やっぱりジョイスティックがね、活かせないと、正直弱いなっていうのはすごい感じちゃいましたね。なんで、そのジョイスティックをね、ぴったりとこう、封じることができてしまえば、結構エンパイア、ちょっと厳しいんじゃないかなっていうふうなのは思いましたね。
or the living room area if you need be, because you can try and control those stairs. It's also not uncommon to have somebody over by 90, even though 90 is close enough to the side.
ここ正直、ミラー、
You see the shots coming out there and secretly identifying the bandit
いる
charge,
の
but
かなって
not
感じですね。
wanting to give away his position
簡
too
単に
early.
こういう風に
Now he'll
壊され
pop
ちゃうん
up
ですよ。
that mirror that Goga had
で、そうすると初戦からこ
placed.
う、
Bandit
車線通るん
better
で、
get that as well. You got the mute jammers from Fabian as
見てます
well.
けど、
They'll all start
これは
falling.
多分、
A lot of
針に当
utility
たってるだ
usage
けですね。
downstairs from secretly. You still have Goga looking down through those kill holes that secretly had made. It's not a very large hole though. It's just made with that 552 commando. We've also got Red Groove pushing all the way up to the top of the south stairs now.
そうですね。昨日
Claymore down.
LC に
Good
負けまし
positioning
た
here
よ
from
ね。
Chaos to
イース
not
トリ
really
ー
have
ム、
to
イー
utilize
ス
much
ト
of a
リーム、イー
master
スポ
take.
ー
They're
ツ。
more worried about the main floor
で、
on
36、
the further
37
side
と
of
かで
the
負け
map
たんじゃな
away
かったか
from
な。
the
47 か
objective.
な。
Three-man push downstairs, two out towards the study balcony.
ちょっ
You've got a
と、
lot of G2
おやおや
members
ってい
now
う負け
stacked
方だっ
and
たん
almost
で、そ
stranded
こは
away
か
from
な
the
り
objective. Their only chance for return would be through that aviator
僕
door.
は
It's a lot of focus from Red Groove all the way down to 90
ね。
as well. You can see a couple bodies from G2.
まあエンパイア勢いがあるのは事実なんですけどね。
And now Crips will pressure onto the
で、
90
このビラ、
window.
このビラのね、攻め方って2パターンあって、まあこの天文に関してなんですけど、基本的にね、1回とかにはね、遊撃も出ないし、付き合わないんですよ。まあ遊撃、1回突き上げがね、来るときは遊撃出たりするんですけど、もうこのね、L 字のこのラペと L 字のこの守ってる人の戦い、ここに尽きるみたいなところが正直ありますね。ビラは。で、こういうカバーが入ると、L 字は弱いんで、これはね、L 字が落ちたのは相当でかいと思います。で、こういう感じになっちゃうんですよね。L 字が落ちると、どんどん進行してきちゃうんで、L 字をリテイクしに来ましたね、カントリーゲッティが。これはうまい。うまい。これ L 字を、決めちゃった。ご書斎に打って飲まれたので、ハードクイックで倒しに行きますけど、これダメですね。うまい。これはゴーガがうまかったですね。ただカントラゲッティの L 字のリテイクもかなりうまかったですね。今のカントラゲッティとゴーガのラウンドと言っても過言ではないぐらいのいいラウンドですね。
Especially with the clock ticking down against you. So from Chaos is they like to flex in reveal phase operators that are just straight up annoying. We had a Blitz, then we had a Nomad, and now we've got a Finko, all being pseudo presented inside of reveal phase, and then immediately switched off and back to a more standard operator that they like to run. And Chaos on the attacking side don't really branch out into some of those.
カントラゲッティが毒になってますね。これはちょっとロングで勝負をしたいっていう人ですね。
They'll bring a Ying every once in a while on right groove. That's kind of about it. Everything else is pretty standard.
ペングーがこれはバンディットをやってるのはおそらくミラが割れたくないっていう意図なんでしょうけど、これはペングーそうですね。一回出ないと。
So I'm not sure if G2 have read into this, if they've already seen that this is going to happen, and they just
突き上げで。
they're ignoring it entirely, or if those operators that are being presented in 6-pick away from in 6-pick phase are actually causing some hesitation for G2.
I feel like with Chaos, we just tend to see them settle on a meta that they want to play with, and then they continue on. Empire does the same thing. Chaos have not really shown, in my opinion, as much flexibility round through round, though they have flexibility on different maps, but they tend to be very static on what they bring. And I mean,
1階にも行けるし、2階にもシフトできるような位置にいますね、カントルキッチン、ペングが。こっちの天文横の攻めの時はね、大体こっちの、この飛行天理の方から攻めてくるんですけど、それと同時にね、メインベッドのウォークインのところからプッシュするっていうのは基本的な攻めのやり方ですね。で、これも基本的な攻めのやり方にこう沿ってますね。現地もきついし、遊撃もきついみたいな、そういう状態になるのが、基本的にリラです。なんですけど、基本的にはね、防衛の方が通せると言われているマップなんですよ。防衛有利と言われているマップなんで、まあローテーションしてる選手ね、地下がでかいし、で、多分地下回してないんですよね。
Tends to be common spots here on Villa, and most of the floor on most of the sites is going to be fully destructible. Keep in mind that we're attacking
なんで地下に出ると本当は強いんですけど、もう出てないですね。
Side of the bedroom, and well,
いや、ヨーナス煽りすぎでしょ。負けてるんだから。
I think he got him.
Speaking of got him, Crips. Swift headshot onto Fabian as he tries to flank down towards the bottom of Astronomy stairs and coming up from the basement. And now looking at the Crips, although he drops Goga to 10 HP, maybe a little bit more in Astronomy. Finally, Redgrove will be the one to finish him off. So the two of them tear this game so far. This mirror's been opened up and the master walls as well.
これ天文がほぼフリーになったんで、あと現地と、これはどこだ外から、中に入ってるのと外にいるペンギンとですから、あ、違うな。メインベッドのとこですね。おー、うまい。これはうまい。惜しかった。
G2 able to equalize narrowly
今のタイミングがうまかったですね。タイミングが。
Fragger against Fragger, Kanto wins out against Crips. Good result there for G2 to equalize and bounce back. Now drawn at 2.
まあでも最後の一人カントルキッティが場所が分かってなかったので、そこに生まれたって感じですね。
That some teams have strats for that work out quite effectively. But by and large, I don't know if it's been developed enough, in addition to the fact that it might not just be the best defensive site on its own, to be a staple in any team's true rotation.
まあ G2 が中堅な理由はね、正直6意味があったんで、6意味に対して作戦隠してたっていうところもあると思うんでね。なんとも言えないですよ。ペングは、いや、そんな本気でやってるよみたいなことを配信で言ってましたけど、まあ間違いなく隠してましたね。動きが明らかに違ったんで、やっぱり6イングの時の動きと、普段プロリーグで見てる時の動きと明らかに違ったんで、明らかに隠してましたね。見せたことない攻め方とか守り方もやってましたし。
So Castle will look to strengthen some of these weaker positions and hold off on some of the rotates. And that's, I mean, Chaos are still bringing Crips with the remote detonation. You could have breaching charges on secretly and Redgrove, but I mean, you don't have a lot of opportunities for soft breach at range, and there goes one of them. Crips will take down or be taken down by Jonas. Swift trade there from secretly, but he'll lose almost all of his HP as well, down to about 30 left on the IQ. So much better trade here for G2 Esports, although Fabian now dropped to about 10 HP as he'll have to duck back inside as well. Early goings here between Chaos and G2, rather frantic and rather lethal. We got two members gone already in Jonas and Crips, secretly and Fabian on one shot apiece. It'll be up to Chaos here to try to slow things down and regroup and make sure they can push this one unified front. Because once G2, they're going to have a bad time. Repelling into the study balcony now, and it looks like there'll be another peek coming out from Pengu, but wise to the aggression. Redgrove, he'll fall back down the stairs. He's actually in a tricky spot there. He's still got Villian outside the front door. Not sure how Pengu has escaped, but nonetheless he has, and only for a moment as Villian will now find him and Redgrove will find him, walk him down the top of the stairs. Redgrove will collect the kill as Pengu just had no safe haven. to retreat back to the
昨日
objective.
の試合も
One
そう
of
だ
the
ったんです
biggest
け
issues
ど、
with this site is
か
just
な
the
り
way
結
that
果
you
出
play
ます
around
ね。
that one soft wall that we get to see Renewals just utterly butchering with that M249 magazine. Very difficult for teams to be able to deal with that, especially if you can use some hard destruction on it, usually coming in the hands of an X-Kairos, because you're likely not going to put yourself in a position there with an exothermic charge. I mean, I think we saw Rise Nation be able to pull the defuse off because of the way they played around that wall, but it's oftentimes
まあもう囲い込まれてるんで、相当厳しいですね、G2 としては。
Failing to land the shots puzzlingly is Renewals as Kanto Raketti gets gifted a
で、
free
2階
kill
の
on
ちゃん
what
と
probably should have been
ルー
Renewals
トカットも入れ
walking
てるん
away,
で、
but that's okay. Still a
まあ攻め
3v3.
方は戦略的です
Fabian
ね、
and
やっぱ
Kanto
り。
Raketti are low enough that
で
they'll
ももう2階多分これ
be
いない
dealt
なっ
with
ていう
with
のに気づい
strong gust
て、
of wind that
今
should
1階の合流に行ってま
blow
す
through the villa
ね。
at some point.
サッ
And
チャー
down
が。
goes Goga, the only member of G2 who's at full HP. But you have two players who are both pretty good with their guns, and if they don't put themselves in harm's way, they could possibly walk away with it,
これは
but it's not going to happen.
うまい。
Two kills from Chaos will
いや、
shut
そうだ
G2
よな。
down,
一
even
回や
if
っぱ
they're
り
very
こういうの
minimal
に囲い込まれ
HP.
て、
And a site that
わーって
we
なっちゃう
speculated
と思うん
wasn't
ですよね。
necessarily
だから
the
一回
best
なんで
for
守
the
るのか
defenders
なっていうのが
won't
ちょ
go
っ
in
と不
favor
思
of the
議。
defense. It's three bodies from Chaos who
あ、
will
そっ
still
か。
stay
2
alive.
階
It
に、
didn't look like
2
they
階を
broke
2回
that
通したの
much of
か
the。swag once they got
2階を
top
2
floor
回通したっ
control
て。
and then
あれ
moved
ですけ
on
ど。
from there.
And for G2, I mean, you're having market success top floor. On your defense's bottom floor, bomb site is even just a mirror is too rigid for G2, and they'll try and flex out towards Aviator and Games Room as
基
their
本
final
小技
defensive
とかを見る
stand.
ためにこうやって見てるんですけど、やっぱ
For the setup here,
ミラー外
Chaos,
してきました
not a
ね。
lot has changed. Honestly,
ミラー
they're
結局簡
running
単に
those
割れちゃった
aggressive stances
し、
that G2 are taking early on. As long as they have members close by, it seemed like in the
まあ今回
beginning
も荒れちゃ
portion
う
of
でしょ
that
ってこと
round, the
で、
Chaos were getting a
多分話
little
したんだろう
separated
です
from
ね。
one another, but they were able to collapse back in and make this tight-knit net to make sure that players such as Pengu, who's playing the top of those south stairs, didn't have a viable escape. He just had to stay and fight, and Red Groove won out that engagement. As long as you're forcing G2 into those 1v2, 1v3 scenarios, you're going to,
キャッスル
more
は
often
ど
than
こ
not, at
に
least
貼る
should
の
walk
か
away
な。
with the trades
1
walking away in
階
your
を閉め
favor.
る。1階を閉める。も
I'm
う
curious if
そこ
G2
2
are
枚
able
を
to
閉める。
fix this on their
閉めて。
attack, because one of the biggest weaknesses that we've seen of
ここ
G2
2
when
枚
they've
を
played
閉め
online
て。
is how they haven't played together. You know, you think back to that stretch of
何
EU
をする
Pro
の
League
か。
where you had Kanto
そこ
solo
を
entering
アーマーパ
some,
ネルで
like,
貼る。
seemingly without a drone.
何を
Jonas
する
doing
の
something similar, sometimes backed up and sometimes not, and just G2 getting beaten because of that. I think back to that mouse matchup and also the secret matchup, which happened on Villa, that one in particular. The mouse one was on Consulate, and it was just G2 could not entry together. There was a time where I believe G2 even said to themselves the 5-second rule, never be farther than 5 seconds apart from one another. It's just so you can always hopefully be there for a trade. It hasn't really looked like that's been the case. Now that's either Chaos
基本的
cutting
にこ
off
の飛行展
rotations
示の
so that the G2 members
攻めっていうの
can't
は
have each other's
現
backs
地への
in
プッ
event
シ
of a
ュっていうの
draw
が
or a trade rather.
ほとん
Or
ど
it's
です
just
ね。
G2 playing a little sloppier than we're used to
なん
seeing.
だ、サウス側から押
But
す
they
っ
will
ていう
have
の
that
は、
extended break as we
要
said.
は主催側
This
か
is
ら
going
押す
to
っ
look
てい
to
う
be a
の
good
と、
entry, but
あ
it
と
gets
L 字を
really bad
ど
for
うやって潰
Secretly.
すかっていう
Kanto
ところ
Raketti is still able to take away
が
about half of the
大きい
HP
の
of the
で、
IQ,
あ、これ
and a minute
LG を
in,
下から守
G2 is
って、いや、
already down one. Pengu's also going to give his position
引き上げはな
away,
かっ
but it might have been a nice
ある
distraction
か。
for the
あ
bottom
る
floor.
け
At the
ど、
top floor, it's going to be
そうか、
Goga
L 字を
popping
下
out,
から
shutting
守
down
る。
Red
なるほど
You're
ね。
going to lose the
あ、
EMPs
で、
as
L
well,
字
so the
に
gadgetry
あ
on
ったん
G2
です
side will
ね。
persist for
カ
quite
ベ
a
ラ、
while,
あ、
and I
カ
don't
ベ
really
ラ
have
じゃ
to
ねえ。
worry
キャッス
about
ル。
any possible interference from Chaos.
あー、そこは。
Impact trick the walls, and again,
Oh.
Fabian walking away scot-free, not taking any damage in that engagement with Renewals. That M249's fire rate again
ヘッドライ
being
ン
the
に
subject of conversation
の
as to
甘さ
why
に助け
maybe
られ
some of
て
these
るシーンですね、
fights
今
aren't
のは。
going the right way. But all you need is one to land the headshot, and that's Fabian, who will fall in a second attempted peek. So the member downstairs being spied upon by the member upstairs in the defensive G2. Unsure, but I imagine it's secretly as he wants to get in underneath and do some damage. You still have Pengu to worry about inside the library, and you've got those kill holes. They're stalling out Crips
で、
and
これ2
secretly
枚割れたん
pushing
で、
in.
書斎から入れるよう
Lillian
になっ
and
ちゃった
Renewals,
よ
on
っ
the
て
other
いう報
hand,
告
though,
が入っ
have
たと思い
opened
ま
up
す。
a crouch walk-throughable hole
で、ペングーはそれ
into
を
A
見
right
て、
in
どうや
behind
って
the
動
bar,
くの
which
かっ
clears out a
ていうのを
power
今
position, and his
考えて
succeeding
ると思い
bolt
ま
will
す
just
ね。
confirm that no one
で、そ
remains
こをカッ
in
トしたいっていう
behind
の
the
がこの
bar.
アッシュの動きだと
Crouch
思いま
walk
す。
throughable. I also learned that word today. ESL, if you would like to
あー、
look
これ
at
は
the
アッ
definition
シュに
for
から
us.
れそうです
I
ね。
smell some memes on the Twitter coming.
ペング
Have fun with
ー
that
がア
one,
ッ
Robert.
シュにこれわからん。あー、いや、打たなくてよかったな、今のは。 これによってペングは多分出てこないですね。で、ただ遊撃は時間を潰せればいいんですけど、ペングだけになっちゃうとこれは厳しい。ああ、ペング潰されてますね。効果になるだけになったんだ。なるほど。きつい。これはきつい。おっと、プランターを潰した。これは素晴らしい。で、一人ダウンしてる。おっと、これはおお素晴らしいランページ。
What a round for the Spaniard. Every single member of Chaos will find themselves in his crosshairs, and Goga better than every single Swede in that round, including his own teammate Fabian. G2 will walk away with 3 rounds,
プランターを潰したのが一番でかい
largely on the
ですね。
backs
敵の
of
車
the
線から。
beautiful Echo
敵
plays.
が上げた車線からプランターを潰したっていうのが一番でかいシーンだったなと思います。
Now I'm mad because we get our little back and forth there, and then you go and cast an ace.
中
I'm not allowed
2
to
回
give you
で
those.
ダウンしてたのは、インジャーしてたのは、ペング
Alright, it's all
の
coming
相打
up
ちか
Parker
な。
tonight.
Let's side swaps here.
も
Yeah,
しや。
that's the half. It's 3-3 on Villa. Plus upstairs, winless downstairs. It'll be up to
ね、これ
Chaos
攻守
here
の
to
交
try and, I
換、
guess, run away with it. They are on the
交
favorable side here.
換にな
They
りま
won their
す
3
ね。
attacks. That should put them in a good spot. But this game has been hard to predict.
で、ミラがいない
Very,
んで、
very
別
weird
に、
pacing to it. You see in that round, it
本
starts
当
and
ミラ
stops,
横ね、
starts
補強
and
する
stops,
チーム
back
多いん
and
ですけ
forth.
ど、
And that must be tiring
ミ
to
ラがい
play
ない
in
んで
as
す、ここ
well.
にローテーショ
Never
ンが多い
knowing
で
when
すね。
something's going to happen. You don't have your logical progressions coming through. You don't have your, honestly, your repeated events happening over and over when they should.
で、その代わりに1枚あそこに補強 AB 間入れてんのは多分ベンチュラーの強ボディを作るため、作り出すためだと思いますね。
Or renewals rather got taken out, and that's what really allowed Goga to continue from there, because Chaos thought that Goga was somewhere else, clearly, and it was Crips who was probably supposed to be watching the study where Goga was playing in, but Crips wasn't anticipating hitting a Goo-mine at the top of the stairs and being felled. If Crips doesn't fall to a Goo-mine, then that round likely goes in favor of Chaos, because there's no way that Goga's going to be able to watch those two angles with Crips possibly there to eliminate Goga. Doesn't really matter though, because that was that round. And as we move towards this round, it's going to be an Aviator Games defense. No mirror being brought up from Chaos. We see this from a lot
で、この
of
ビラって
European
マップは
teams
確か
that
に
because
地下
she's
とか
banned
1
so
階と
much,
かあるんです。
once you
おお
start
カントラケ
playing
ッ
with
ティのこの M。
her, oh my goodness, throw up some Kanto confetti. That is a great opening for Kanto Raketti as he walks right in, having the read, and just
ライブドローンでこれ
absolutely
突き進んでいき
crushes
ます
Crips.
ね。
He's going hunting for his second
基本的
though, as
に
Kanto is able to just take up so
G2 っ
much
て
ground
ビ
here.
ラの攻めは本当に綺麗なんですよ
Information,
ね。
relying on the rest of his team to possibly aid him. Looking at a second stairwell. As Kanto Raketti looks to
この進み方もそうですけど、多分 LG にもういるの分かってて、で、LG のカバーに来るのを多分今待ち構えてるっていう状況だと思いますね。みんなで LG を行く。おお、LG 行っちゃった。まあN1 からのプッシュっていうのと、あそこからプッシュされると、LG ね、きついんで、LG 落としたい時にぜひあれ使ってほしいですね。
Vitaline, who was droned out at the top of the east stairs, will now have to rotate back towards the south stairs. Try and retreat back to the objective, but Chaos at a two-man disadvantage, and it's two of your members with the most utility and renewals and Crips.
のラペ。あ、ダブルマドですね。
Seemed to be an
ごめんなさい。
opposite day here where the
ダブルマド
attackers
の
were
ラペ
winning quite
で
effectively. A lot of that
LG を潰す
might
っていう
pull
の
in
は
also to the
かなり有効
Maestro
で
and
す。
Valkyrie bands and the just
ADS
the
がなけれ
absence
ば
of
ね、
leader
まあ投げ
across the
物
board.
で
You've
もいいんで
taken
す
a
け
lot
ど、
of tools
多
out
分
of the
ADS 大
hands
体置いてある
of
と思うんで、
defense. But there you go.
1
Speaking of
個
the
は。
defense, they'll battle back. Vitalan has been doing a great job of going
これがちょっ
undetected
と
as he
安易
flies
な
under the
いい
radar.
出来
He'll
ですね。
collide with Pengu. Walk away much the better in
で、
that
LG が取られ
particular
ると、
instance.
こういう
It's
風
going to be a
に
vault push now as
ど
you
っ
see
ちでも
presence
シフト
from
できる状
G2
況にな
over
る
by
ん
90.
で、
Both Goga and Kanto Raketti are there. Fabian off on his lonesome. He'll find Vitalan. Goga takes out secretly, but Red Groove will have to perform a miracle here. He'll be shut down by Kanto Raketti,
LG
starting
取ら
it
れた
off
時
and
点でも
ending
う
the
勝負決ま
round.
ってる
Finn
よう
will
な
get
もん
the
ですね。
better of Chaos that round, and G2 will take the lead. Their first lead, in fact.
今2枚で1点のはこのカウンター裏とかに対するカバーですね。カウンター裏1枚やられても顔出したところを抜いていけるので、2人で行くことによってその絶対1は交換しようっていう。
it's hard not to categorize G2's play right now as chaotic.
そういうところが実はやっぱ
Very
綺麗
little
ですね。ビラの
structure
攻めに
to
おい
it,
て
I
は。
would say. They're clearly pouring on the gas a little bit. They are really trying to take chaos before. It's honestly, it's troublesome to see this for Chaos, a team that is still fighting for a land spot here, having troubles dealing with G2's, I guess, sporadic nature on the attacking side.
Well, there's something funny about this matchup, which is the expectation game that we talked about before we even got in here, was that G2 are likely playing with very low expectations because of the circumstances involving their trip to Milan being, cancelled and non-refundable.
そうですね、今回、メインベッド側からの進行がかなり良かったんで、このリージョンでグーマインを置くことによって、メインベッドから来てる、どれぐらい来てるかっていうのを推し量ろうとしてるって感じですね。あと、妖怪ドローンも多分寄せるんじゃないですかね、メインベッド側に。
Overthinking it, realizing that this is do or die because the stream has you essentially in a vice grip. Now, they're going to take chances despite the fact that they might have let this game slip away had that gone the other way. And Fabian is going to take a seat for about 2 minutes and 40 seconds. I guess IGL his way.
配置というか、守り自体はすごい狭いですね。で、今度1の動きを誰がやるかっていう問題あるんですが。
Probably one of the better members to take down. The only better member I can think for G2, based on the last few performances, would be Kanto. But Fabian's been on one lately, picking up double-digit frags, and I think the last 3 games in a row for G2. It's been a great stretch for Fabian as far as kills and production are concerned. The team, not so much as you know, the second half, tying into their not so great first half. For G2 though, in this round, they'll be down a member, and it will be Fabian. Like you said, risking, but this is also something that Chaos implemented last week against Lestream, which was, hey, we start taking the fight to you guys. You're having a bad time dealing with it. Another engagement downstairs, but it's Jonas willed out with a faster fire rate of the C8 to equalize now. Loses about half of his health in the process, but at the end of the day, you take away one of the most powerful weapons in the defensive availability, which is the 416 from Vito.
And Vito was a very strong part of, Secret or Chaos last round rather, when they still fell short, but ultimately if you can keep the Jaeger under watch, then you're in good shape. And they're also going to find Red Groove now too, so you're going to lose both of your German operators, and once again a pretty successful entry for G2.
これは刺さりそう。これは刺さるんじゃないか。これは刺さる。惜しい。
And walk right in. Jonas has been a big part of that. He's now going to go on to support duty. He's going to be below, and he's going to try his best to remodel and put as much pressure onto the defense as possible. Renewals will get picked up after he'd been felled, so G2 is quite a big advantage that they'll look to try to break upon the 45 seconds. You'll lose all the skeleton keys, so Jonas' soft destruction will come to an end. He'll likely join his comrades somewhere up top, but he's done enough work to likely allow Goga to be able to pass through this study wall. Pengu will join him at 90, just a little bit away. So G2 actually decently spread out here, and depending on whether they take these fights 1v1, Chaos could prevail.
Time ticking away for G2 as they have to collapse on the objective. 3 in the A hall, 1 at the B door. Shotgun laying in wait on the side of Chaos. I don't think a single bullet from that magazine connected on the intended target. Dire straits for Chaos here as that last round extremely pivotal. Chaos need to go on a run here and win 4 in a row for this season as they try to keep their LAN hopes alive. In that round, honestly, Chaos did a good job of stalling time. In that first engagement, the spawn peek onto Fabian.
スモークがあるとどうしてもそこからの車線が切れてるっていう、車線が切れてるっていうか、そこからの侵入ないだろうっていう安心感が若干あるところがあると思うんで、そこをかいくぐって一気にそのラッシュみたいな形で仕掛けていくっていう、そのタイミングの動き、やっぱペングーが今のは上手だったなと思いますね。これ勝つとマッチポイントなんで。
That's too much given that there's only 3 points remaining after today, and therefore they're eliminated. Chaos, interestingly enough, actually sit tied with Penta right now in 3rd place. Penta vaulted up 21 points in their victory over Mouse in match number 2. So you're absolutely right.
補強が余るんで、 どっかに補強を回そうみたいな話になってくるんですけど、大体この、やっぱプロでも、まあランクでもね、結構、みんなそうだと思うんですけど、基本的に2階を守ろうっていう、2階を全体的に広く守ろうみたいなことにすることが多いですね。で、このクレーマーは、ぜひ使ってほしいんですけど、あれ赤いカーペットの上に赤いラインが出るんで、結構引っかかる人多いんですよ。で、プロでもね、結構ね、引っかかる人がいて、階段降りたとこすぐなんですけど、かなりね、引っかかる率が高いんで、ぜひクレーマー使ってほしいですね。
So, it's already been a victory from Chaos to be able to keep it closer than the previous scoreline.
G2 with his entry. They spot Vitaline downstairs inside of kitchen, and now Kanto's going to head into the wine cellar. Actually, he's waiting for Vitaline. That's exactly where he's headed. He's headed towards the Astro stairs instead, but Kanto could play catch up. Might want to isolate off and grab Vito. You also got Fabian now waiting for the return in the midst of Astronomy stairs. Vitaline doesn't really have anywhere to go. They've got him pinched off. This is the end of the road here for Vitaline unless he turns the corner and wins an engagement. He's going to head back down to the depths of the wine cellar, but Kanto's left his spot, leaving a perfect hole for Vito. But at least he's killed half the time in the process of this manhunt.
Vitaline's actually managed to find a stairwell that wasn't being guarded. Secretly will get found from Fabian, though. So whether Vitaline is going to be spotted or not, as G2's going to know to keep a couple bodies on flank. Oh, there you go. Runs right through what might have been the Claymore, just narrowly avoiding it. Not enough reach on that one. But still, 2 very big kills for G2, who are poised to be able to take round 9 off of that. Red Groove also appears to be down, so G2 will continue to just steamroll on in. Red Groove finished off, but traded. As Renewals picks up 2, the Echo performing great work, down by Kanto Ricchetti, leaving just Crips in a 1v3. Season on the line, spot in Milan on the line for the Swedes. 1v2 for Crips, given that Pengu has been down. He's holding on to that diffuser. Crips is not quite inside just yet. Legs might have been spotted there as he sees one body, and Goga will lose a bit of his HP. His position might be given away now. Pengu will be resuscitated and brought right back. But say goodbye to Chaos's spot in Milan. With that round, Lastream Esports will be representing Europe as the 2nd seed in their region, joining Empire. As Chaos's season effectively comes to a close. Match point for G2 out of the run themselves, but successfully playing the spoiler here today.
Well, it was a beautiful run for Chaos. I've had a very fun time watching them make this run, but ultimately just not enough gas left in the tank to push them over the edge. Congratulations to Lastream, being the 6th team now confirmed to joining us in Milan. We await Latin America's results on Wednesday to determine who will be 2 out of the 3.
How wild is it for Latin America to still have 3 teams in the running? Nobody is clinched. Nobody. You still got 3 incredible teams. The last undefeated team is still in Latin America. I know that we talk incessantly about how close the various regions are getting, and while Latin America's success on the global stage has lagged behind most of the other regions, their success within their region is absolutely incredible. What once was 3 incredible teams is now grown to 4, and there's an argument that it could eventually grow to 5 depending on what happens with Black Dragons over the offseason. It's been great to see the progress that APAC has had, but Latin America has had incredible strides amongst the teams that originally weren't the most competitive. So with that, also congratulations to Lastream, who, to the best of my knowledge, the last time that they competed with their core being invited to an event was when there were still 3 EU spots, and it was when that team went back to Millennium, when they played in the Gamescom finals in August of 2017. Because since then, the only events that they competed at outside of French Cups were DreamHack events. I could be wrong.
Was Millennium not in Atlantic City?
Oh, you're right. They were actually.
Yeah,
they were.
Anyway, Vitus can grab a kill here. Canada's been down in a frost trap while we're going through his
これはやばいですね。
Yeah.
これはまんまと夢中にはまったという感じです
I still think
ね。
it's Atlantic City. And it slipped my mind. I was still thinking that it was ENCE qualifying for all of them.
このやっぱりマッチポイントになってフロスト持ってくるっていうのはかなり
Cool.
Thanks for letting me know, man.
Anytime, brother. That's what we're here for. Well, it's G2 now at one-man disadvantage. Crips has fallen, and again, our history lesson here. You could also just read all this on Wikipedia, but what's the fun if we can't flex it knowing offhand? Fabian and Kanzo fall into the grave. Vito's on about 50 HP, so it's still a doable position here for G2 to lock this out in spectacular fashion with some style points tacked on. But it looks like Pengu is also falling into a frost trap. That's very unfortunate that all of G2 seem loving vaulting into some bear traps placed around the map underneath some windowsills. You've got Jonas now looking to throw a frag grenade in just to protect his teammate from anyone trying to flank him for a trophy. You've got a revive being facilitated by Goga, so Pengu will be brought back to life on 20 HP. Still have the pulse sensor from Red Groove identifying all the members that are upstairs, but Renewal blast one away from down below. Pengu will fall. Says it's a headshot, but it's a shotgun anyway. It was up to the floor, and there goes another member of G2 falling like dominoes.
Just waiting and watching is... This is so tough for Chaos, right? You know at this point that mathematically you have been effectively eliminated from the race, but still just go for broke, right? I can't even imagine the adversity that they've had to overcome to get to this point and how much mentally it's weighing on them. Oh! Jonas turns tail and just absolutely crushes Vitaline. And what was a 4v2 has very quickly tied things up at 2-2. Goga holds that diffuser. He can get into sight if he wants. Jonas' advance will be stopped for the time being. Yellow mustard. Not custard. That would be a completely different type. Jonas decides to wait on in anyway. He's going to get caught. That'll be Renewals finishing him off. Goga had some heroics earlier on. He still holds that diffuser, just waiting for somebody to peek him. Excellent patience, but nobody's going to take the bait for the time being. He'll give his position away, and the smoke will just appear for a second, but Goga's side will be turned to Red Groove, and that is it. Chaos will take another round, still fighting for the draw as best as they can.
Well, we're just waiting on the conclusion of this game now, as all the standings possibilities have now been filled, at least in Europe. Don't really have any other possible outcomes. We're just waiting to see if maybe these two teams can draw. Maybe it's a little bit of revenge tour now from Chaos. Get revenge for the 7-0 that they faced earlier on. Or just provide on-site why wouldn't you try to win if you could. You're still in a position where you could bring us back to a draw. And they're going to go to Aviator in Games Room in round number 11. One round away from us still going the distance in this match. Fabian was expecting off IQ to God knows what. He's going Dokkaebi. And then we have Red Groove.
実のでも防衛1回何回も選択してて何回も失敗しててっていうのはあんまり見たくなかったですね。個人的な感想になっちゃいますけど。
So the first Pro League finals, but you were correct. They made it to Atlantic City. But before that, you have to go all the way back to Gamescom 2017. It's been actually a very interesting run for that Stream roster and what they've been able to accomplish. I think that there was a lot of people who saw a great amount of potential when they assembled. Their first real showing was at DreamHack Winter. And now they're going to have an opportunity. As right now, the 2 seed, they're not going to be able to make it to the 1 seed no matter what happens in next week's matchup. So they will be playing Fnatic.
まあポイントはやっぱり1回に切れるかどうかですよね。今2人来てますけど、本当に上にやるかどうか思ってますよね。持っちゃうとね、あんまり僕は良くないなと思ってるんですけど。特にこの G2 の場合ってほぼほぼこのなんだサウス側からの攻めしないんですよ。でほぼ天文側から攻めてくるのでメインベッドから攻めてくるので初賽からねプッシュをしてくるってことほぼほぼないんですよね。でやっぱりまあとはいえ初賽側ね今攻めてますけどこれ多分プレッシャーだけだと思うんですよおそらくは。
And despite them falling short against G2, who are, you know, winning some rounds miraculously, that Goga clutch probably shouldn't have happened. This Chaos team has come a long way, and I think their development is probably going to continue apace. Heading on, and no matter what happens, I think through the end of this season, they're going to start things off well by gunning down Kanto Raketti as he solo entried, and he'll find himself right in the line of fire. Got Jonas down below yet again, doing good work, I'm sure, as he did last time. He was integral for G2's victory on this site previously.
Now
it's going to be Fabian contesting. This time from 90. Renewals will take aim, and oh, a good reaction there from Fabian. Is trying to explode out of the objective and collect the kill in midst reload. But no, it'll be Fabian able to equalize once again. Yes, Kairos charges will also go off. And so could have had impact nades. Valuable, integral to impact tricking those exterior walls that Goku was trying to eliminate. Now you got Renewals peeking up now from 90. He'll finally click the kill onto Fabian as he was about 20 HP from the prior engagement. You're still in a good spot here if you're G2 though. You've locked down a lot of site control. You've got holes in the walls, but no, there goes Goga. Right through with the Nitro Cell. With a 2-man advantage now in the favor of Chaos.
Jonas here just trying to tussle through the doorway over by Billiards. He's going to find one, but nothing really much there. Keep in mind there still might be some stim pistols in the hands of Renewals to bring his team back up to full strength. But Jonas struggling with the barbed wire. Shut down by Vitalan, who's lost a little bit of HP. He'll put himself in danger, just as Renewals will too. Pengu will make sure that there's nothing left of Renewals. Pengu's position has been given away, and then the rest of Chaos can just collapse on him. And that's exactly what will happen.
まあ今のは普通に安直にちょっと初代側から攻めすぎたのが悪かったなって思いますね、正直。
Hey man, resiliency
正直メインベッド側から攻めた方が実は綺麗だと思います。
Again, they knew their season was done as soon as that 6th round was collected by G2. That's the end of round number 9 right there, and now we're heading into round 12. I like the performance still from Chaos, honestly, bouncing back, and now they're exploiting some...
Proving that you were capable of competing against the best of the best. You know, because you don't want to mar your record, which Chaos has a good one through the second half with a loss, when they don't necessarily need to. There's resiliency here, and I think it's impressive the fact that Chaos haven't thrown in the towel. I know that might sound strange to some people, but it's very easy to say, we can't make it to playoffs.
まあ
Let's just get this game
メインベッドの
speaks to their willingness to compete and their integrity and their professionalism. Honestly, it'd be very easy for them. You know, round 10 coming out, they're down 6-3. They know their season's over. I don't know, just sit there and let G2 take the win.
The innovation that's come out from Chaos, but more importantly, what I've been most impressed with Chaos is how one of their players always steps up in every game.
で、多分天文が1枚で対応してると思うんで、そうですね、今回も
a couple players who would usually put in a really good effort, and some players who might miss their shots or might make questionable decisions. This season, that has largely seemed to have fallen off.
これやっぱマッチポイントの時のね、リスキルとかね、本当にいいと思います。戦術的だと思いますね、すごく。やっぱマッチポイントって余裕があるんで、その動きに余裕がやっぱどうしても出てくるんですよね。いくら D2 とはいえども。これはイージーキルをヨーナスか。ヨーナスが天文多分イージーキルしましたね。
Over by Astronomy window. And still the possibility for a draw, but it will get a little bit more grim losing out on your smoke. Jonas throwing a grenade down that could possibly go over towards the Astronomy desk or Astronomy stairs, but it looked like it was primed a little bit too much. And will miss.
この今のカントリゲッティのクレイモーなんですけど、あれはね、野良連合も使ってたんですけど、あれはね、階段降りたところを線が見えずに、ほぼ見えないんですよね、線が。結構プロは使いがちなんですけど、使いがちって言ったんですけど、結構使ってるんですけど、結構ね、刺さってますね、あれは。
That was surgical the way that push was happening. Vitalan was assuredly dead because you had Jonas covering the other angle at the top of Astronomy stairs. You'll say goodbye to Vitalan and Renewals, and secretly, and now Red Groove too. Crips is very limited HP, and it's Pengu holding the angle. The Dane will finish things off. And what looked like quite the comeback for Chaos, despite the fact that they failed to make it to ends up being in favor of G2. We'll take a victory in the very final round, 7-5. And though their season might be over, they can still end other rounds.
ビラーに関して言うと本当に G2 が一番最初に攻めの形を確立させたと言ってもいいぐらいの
And for both of these teams, G2 and Chaos, they have the opportunity. They still hold someone's fate in their hands. It's just not their own.
なんですけど、本当にうまかったですね。はい。というわけで、また プロリーグあったらやっていきたいと思います。ぜひよかったらまた見に来てください。ご視聴ありがとうございます。